I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Stars.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. PBSO mourns the death of Deputy Basil Powell. After a thorough investigation, it appears that Deputy Powell was targeted and ambushed while returning home. As he exited his vehicle, he was immediately fired upon. This incident is not related to his role as a corrections deputy. A procession of law enforcement officers escorted Powell's body in Belle Glade. Deputy Powell joined the PBSO family in 2021, where he was welcomed with open arms. He built strong bonds with his supervisors, co-workers, and even those in his care. He was respected by all who had the privilege of knowing him. His contagious smile could light up any room. A suspect has been arrested. Palm Beach County State Attorney Alexia Cox has announced that a grand jury has indicted the suspect on a charge of first-degree murder with a firearm. Deputy Powell leaves behind 2 children, 3 siblings, and a loving family of aunts, uncles, nephews, and nieces, not to mention his PBSO family. Our thoughts and prayers are with his loved ones during this difficult time.
There are new details tonight into the murder of an off-duty Palm Beach County Corrections deputy who was killed outside his Belle Glade home earlier this week.
We are now learning Deputy Basil Powell pulled his young daughter to safety after he had been shot.
It's been a difficult couple of months inside the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. We thank the community for their kindness after the tragic deaths of Deputies Diaz, Waller, and Paez. PBSO appreciates everyone who supported the benefit concert for our fallen deputies. This event was sponsored by Susan Booth, who knows firsthand the pain of losing a loved one in the line of duty. The support she once received moved her to give back, sparking a powerful movement to help others. We are incredibly grateful to the Village Walk Board of Directors, donors, sponsors, PBSO, the Palm Beach County Police Benevolent Association, and every person who made this event a meaningful tribute. When tragedy struck, our community responded with love, unity, and generosity. Broward County Sheriff's Office communications dispatchers stopped by to drop off a lamp engraved with the names and badge numbers of our fallen motor unit deputies. It'll be proudly displayed in our office. Thank you to BSO for this thoughtful gesture. In moments of grief and crisis, the bravery of our deputies gives us strength to continue. Deputy Chris Cameron put his own safety aside to rescue victims from a submerged aircraft, diving 20 feet into alligator-infested waters without hesitation. His courage and quick actions helped save lives, but he humbly credits the entire team, the flight crew, and the deputies on the ground, whose professionalism and scene management gave him the confidence to act. This was a group effort, a testament to the dedication and teamwork that defines PBSO. Join us in recognizing Deputy Cameron and the entire PBSO aviation unit for their heroism. PBSO urges everyone to be careful on our roads. To all the drivers who move over for us daily, we see you and we thank you. Your actions keep us safe.
I love my mommy and what she does. She protects people like you and me. Sometimes she works on busy and dangerous streets like this one. Will you move over to protect her while she works?
This is where my daddy works.
This is where my daddy works.
This is where my mommy works.
This is where my family works. Slow down.
Or move over when you see them.
Don't fall for this scam. A caller is posing as Sergeant William Malloy from PBSO. We do not have a Sergeant William Malloy in our agency. The scammer claims you have an outstanding warrant and must pay immediately over the phone to avoid arrest. If you receive a call like this, do not engage or provide any personal information. Report suspicious calls immediately. Stay vigilant and share this information with your loved ones. 4 incredible dogs officially graduated from our PBSO therapy dog program. These 4-legged heroes are now ready to provide comfort, support, and smiles to those who need it most. Congratulations to our furry graduates and their handlers. It's with heavy hearts that we share the passing of retired Deputy Sheriff Wilbert Gray. Deputy Gray served our community with dedication and honor from February 1999 to March 2023, leaving a lasting impact on those he worked with and the people he served. Please keep his family, friends, and our PBSO family in your thoughts during this difficult time. And we honor and remember Deputy Sheriff James S. Hunt, who made the ultimate sacrifice while proudly serving Palm Beach County. On February 26 in 1993, we lost a dedicated deputy, but his legacy of service and commitment to our community lives on.
So today we're here to talk about securing your home while you're gone on vacation or out of town so that it is not an opportune target for burglars and thieves. Well, if you're going to leave on a vacation, you're going to be out of town for any length of time, you want to make sure that you make your home look like you are still there. Some of the ways that you can do that are to make sure that when you're gone, someone continues to cut your grass, keep the house outside look like someone's still there. Part of that would also be if you get newspaper delivery to either stop the delivery or have your neighbors or someone pick up the newspaper and bring it in, or put it out of sight so that people driving by couldn't tell that there was an accumulation of newspapers in the driveway. Along those lines also goes with your mail. Either have your mail delivery stopped or have neighbors pick up your mail. Get the automatic timers for your lights, which will turn your lights on and off at night while you are away so that it looks like there's activity in the home. One of the other things that you do, especially in this day and age with the prevalence of social media, is you don't want to post on social media that you're going on vacation, because sadly to say, sometimes burglars aren't going to be people that you don't know. They could actually be someone on your friends list. Have secure door locks on your home, and if you have an alarm, make sure you set your alarm and have that monitored. I think most alarm companies, you can call them and let them know that you're going to be on vacation, so if the alarm is activated, that they know you're not there. Some of the other things that you can do are video surveillance cameras. Make sure everything in your house that's of value is secure. When you're out of town, have your neighbors look out for your home. The bottom line is you just want to make it as hard as you possibly can for the burglar to A, get in your house, and then B, if they do get in your house, to get your stuff and steal it. PBSO wants to make sure that when you leave on vacation and you come back, that your house is just the way it was when you left it.
Welcome back. Recently, we joined the Village of Wellington to host the annual A Day for Autism. This event is dedicated to bridging the gap between law enforcement and the autism community. For over a decade, we've been creating a safe, fun, and inclusive space for families, children, and caregivers. And this year was no different. From dancing with deputies to enjoying sensory-friendly zones, exploring vendor resources, and indulging in free goodies and food, the day was filled with fun, support, and togetherness. To all who attended, thank you. To our vendors and sponsors like Bolay, your continued support makes this event possible year after year. If you couldn't make it, we hope to see you next time. Time now for another episode of the Faces of Homelessness. This month, Sheriff Rick Bradshaw highlights the dedicated team behind our homeless intervention efforts and the incredible impact they're making in Palm Beach County.
So homeless is an issue that we have to deal with. We can't turn our back on it because it exists. So to pretend that it doesn't is not going to get you anywhere.
HOA had a way to the home.
You know, in October, the law kicks in where if they're camping out here on the street, you have the ability to arrest them, which is not the right way to go.
I'm not here to give you a hard time. I'm not here to arrest you guys, trespass you guys, but I'm here to educate and help however I can.
Arrest is not the solution. Now, there might be some circumstances where we have to.
The homeless intervention team is 2 deputies run around the county trying to help people, get people off the streets, realizing there's problems.
These deputies, they know how to get the people in touch with the right services, and usually the first step is to get them in recovery.
We're the first responders, basically.
We really just want to help people become self-sufficient, self-sustaining, become productive members of our society again.
You know, the guys that work in this, they're tremendous. They have a lot of personal stories that they do and things that I found out that were incredible.
Hi, Danielle. How are you? Forever to see you.
Danielle went through some life strife.
No one expects to be homeless.
We had met, had a great interaction. She accepted anything and everything.
You got 5 kids living in a van. That's not suitable.
The tools were there to help them regain their status or go to whatever direction they wanted to go. It became easy. A couple of phone calls, a couple of contacts.
I was scared that, I'd lose my kids.
Got her housing, and now she's working for the sheriff's office as a crossing guard.
I have a roof over my head now. My kids are happy. They're doing great. So am I. I'm still looking for work and trying to take any opportunity I can to just move forward.
They help these people, not because they have to, but because they want to. All right? And they want to get the people, back into being productive citizens in the county.
Did you hear? I went back to school. I got certified in home health aide, trying to get into youth development.
Man, I'm proud of you. Because of the people on the street, we've solved a lot of crimes.
Our homeless intervention team deals with the homeless so much, they pretty much know who's where.
When our deputy ended up getting stabbed,
you started with nothing, not even knowing who this guy was.
I got a phone call from our violent crimes division sending me a photo of this gentleman.
To somebody that worked in that area, recognizing that they dealt with him.
I quickly made a phone call to one of my guys on the streets.
To the real resource, which was the homeless intervention people.
And he confirmed the identity of the individual. And he was at the Green Acres Library at the time. He goes, Candy, he's like 6 computers away from me. This is what he's wearing. And I relayed that information to the detectives.
And where they have dealt with him.
They got the ball rolling, implemented a game plan, and they got the guy.
Contacted his mom, dealing with mental health.
We're putting on classes for all of the deputies to understand how the system works and how they can get people into the resources and the network that they need to get into. So we're trying to expand it rather than just put everybody into this one unit, give them the understanding on, how to get people where they need to be.
It takes a big person to admit I'm homeless and I need help. I'm retired Corporal James Skippy Moss, and I was the homeless intervention coordinator for the last 12 years of my career. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Foundation presented me the Above and Beyond Award for all the work I did for homeless intervention.
So this coworker called me saying, hey, Skippy's homeless. So of course, I was just like, what? How does that happen,
When I bumped into him a month ago, he says, Skippy, I got you. And he has. He's restored hope for me. and my family. You know, it's been a long road.
Hey, buddy.
So bad.
You're welcome. So with all that being said, man, have a seat for me if you can. So I'm gonna come through. Like I said, we're in this together.
Yeah.
All right. Your brother for life.
Oh, absolutely.
So on behalf of the Sheriff's Office Foundation, I want to present you with a $5,000 check.
Wow, man.
And then security deposit for your part. All right. We got this.
This is life changing.
Thanks for paving the way for me. I keep these photos in my office, kind of seeing where they were at, where they are now. It's just like, you know, just to be able to help people, bring the best out of them, and to be able to impact people's lives. It's just amazing.
And recently, our community policing team visited the Gulfstream Goodwill homeless shelter in Pahokee, delivering cans of food to those in need. A small act of kindness can make a big difference. To honor Valentine's Day, we're sharing the love stories of two PBSO couples who prove that serving together can make the bond even stronger. Meet the Palenzuelas. And then we share a profile of Jenna and JJ. These are two couples that are partners in life and in duty.
So we actually met before we really met. I mean, we were both in different police departments at the time. I was working for the city of Boynton Beach as a patrol officer. I was working the night shift. Claudia just started the sheriff's office. She was in the field training program. She just transitioned over from Sunrise Police Department. She did. Yeah, she did. So she's in the FTO program, and the only place really back then to eat at night was the Denny's on Congress Avenue near Boynton Beach Boulevard. So it was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning, and the Boynton Beach police guys were sitting there having breakfast, and then she walks in with some PBSO guys, and they were walking by our table, and I look up and I remember seeing just this beautiful law enforcement officer in her uniform, just with the biggest smile and just bubbly personality, and then they went and sat down somewhere else, and I told the other guys, I go, wow, what a really well put together female in law enforcement that is. I just thought she left a really great impression. You know, fast forward a year later, a year and a half later, I leave the city of Boynton, I get hired by the sheriff's office. She's already established at PBSO, and I'm just starting, and then we actually meet at our assigned district.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we were at the hotel. We were at the hotel, but we were at Deerfield Beach.
I was in a traffic stop with another coworker. That was his backup, and I guess I knew that Izzy and him worked out in the morning. And I said, hey, what's the story with Pete? You know, I think he's pretty cool. And I said, don't tell him though.
All right.
So guess what he did?
What all good guy cops do, right? It was an older gym, Bally's in Boca, so we always would meet there after shift to do our workout, and he couldn't wait to tell me you know, and I'm getting all excited. I'm like, what? What do you mean? What did she say about me? What, you know? Yeah. No, she asked about you, and I could tell maybe there was you know, you may want to talk to her, pursue it. Me.
Oh, okay.
You did.
I forgot.
Yeah. So like when you said who said I love you first, I was really smitten. So like our third date, I mean, everything became very, very clear to me that this, you know, and we were older too. Yeah. I mean, we've had serious relationships in our lives prior to meeting. Yes. We were 29-ish when we were like starting to date and to meet, and then we were married by the time we were 30. I knew after our third date it was going to be very serious, and she was the woman for me.
Met through friends, and she was kind of going through a not so great time, and we just talked and just kind of went from there. So she ended it with the former person she was with, so we just went from there. Got stronger through 18 years, and here we are.
We both knew, but we just didn't want to rush into anything. We were both taking our time with it, just because of getting out of relationships and everything. Didn't want to make mistakes. It's a lot of years ago.
I don't know. I think it just kind of went naturally. I mean, just hanging out and just, realize like, wow, this could actually work. And just, it didn't feel like it was like you had to work for it. It just kind of came natural, I guess.
Actually, we talk a lot. It's easier when someone that you're with understands what you're going through and understands if you just want to come home and not talk. And then later maybe, hey, what happened, what's up, kind of thing. But yeah, I think it's definitely beneficial to have someone understand what you're going through.
Yeah, I agree. Piggybacking on what she said, help that you do understand kind of the stressors that you go through being in this, whereas if you're with somebody that doesn't really understand that or isn't involved in this kind of work, it's harder for them to understand. So I think that's a plus for us. And we're both very passionate about, what we do, and we're very dedicated.
And now some news and notes from around PBSO. We're hiring. Are you looking to advance your career in law enforcement or corrections? PBSO is hiring certified deputy sheriffs to serve and protect Palm Beach County. Join a team that makes a difference. Apply now and take the next step in your career. Join us in congratulating these outstanding members of our team on their well-earned promotions. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw officially promoted this group at the PBSO training facility. They are Colonel Eric Coleman, Major Tristan Moore, Captain Michael Morales, Lieutenant Christopher Fleming. PBSO had the privilege of spending the day with over 200 deaf and hard of hearing youth from pre-K to 12th grade at the Eric Call Pavilion and John Prince Park. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw remains committed to fostering a community where everyone, regardless of ability, feels seen, heard, and understood. By building trust and understanding, we continue to strengthen the bond between law enforcement and the diverse communities we serve. We love you, Palm Beach County. Last month, we celebrated Black History Month, and we put the focus on PBSO's second African American deputy, Wilbur C. Birney. In 1948, Sheriff John Kirk Sr. appointed Birney as a deputy sheriff. Despite the challenges and sometimes resentment he faced, Birney persevered. His courage and commitment helped pave the way for diversity in law enforcement, leaving a lasting impact in Palm Beach County. It was another successful Lake Worth Beach Street Painting Festival. Thank you to everyone who came out, and a special shout out to our deputies for keeping things under control. See you all again next year. Meet Ziva, an incredible student from a local high school who surprised us with her kindness. Ziva stopped by and donated nearly 100 teddy bears for our deputies to give out to children experiencing traumatic events. Through her organization, she collects donations to buy the stuffed animals, all with the mission of bringing comfort and reassurance to kids in need. Thank you for making a difference. We love receiving emails from the community. This person took the time to recognize Deputy Lindsay's kindness and willingness to go the extra mile. We appreciate this thoughtful commendation from a concerned citizen. Our District 1 crime unit took swift action to address suspicious activity in her area, ensuring the safety of the community. This is what teamwork looks like. Law enforcement and residents working together to keep Palm Beach County safe. And we appreciate this touching feedback about Deputy McCoy. During life's toughest moments, knowing that our deputies can provide support and comfort means everything. And we send our deepest condolences for the passing of your mother. Our thoughts are with you and your family. For over 30 years, Renee Holland has dedicated her life to keeping the children of Palm Beach County safe as they travel to and from school. Last week, we celebrated her commitment with the Gold Whistle Award, a plaque and a crystal award presented by Sheriff Bradshaw. We are forever thankful for Ms. Holland and all our crossing guards. Wishing a well-deserved and happy retirement to Corporal Emma Snellgrove, our dedicated crossing guard unit trainer and supervisor of crossing guards in the Green Acres and Wellington area. After 35 years of service, she's hanging up her vest, but her impact will last for years to come. Enjoy retirement, Emma. You've earned it. For years, we've continued the tradition of taking local students to Legoland as part of our Legos Mentorship program. Recently, we took 46 students from the Lake Worth Beach Elementary Schools and enjoyed the rewards of their hard work after months of mentorship, teamwork, and Lego creativity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a birthday.
We don't usually crash parties, but for Maria's 101st birthday, we made an exception. It was so much fun celebrating a century plus one with this incredible woman at the Mid-County Senior Center. She thanks God for her long life. We wish Maria many more years of happiness and good health.
Happy birthday. Have a wonderful day. I don't have no birthday because I don't have my birthday.
Now, back to you, Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.